From pole down towards the further braking zone, 5 lights ahead of the drivers. It's lights out. That last Stroll's car, and we have 19 on the grid, then one in the pit lane. It's lights out.
Five important facts about Shell Helix. 1. Shell Helix is the world's first carbon-neutral motor oil made from natural gas.
2. Shell Helix protects your engine, even in the most extreme temperatures.
3. Shell Helix improves fuel efficiency and helps reduce emissions.
4. It's designed to provide ultimate engine performance without compromise.
And 5. Shell Helix is the only motor oil used, trusted and recommended by Scuderia Ferrari.
And you can use it in your car too. Incredible.
All right, good evening everyone, and we are back. And unfortunately, we're lacking one member, but of course, Andy is here, Miles is here, so Yamboy, Mr. Taller TV, we're gonna miss you tonight. I think he is out of the country. So, welcome everyone to the Purple Sector, and we're gonna start this the Qatar Grand Prix. I'll introduce first again my mga F1 titos. Andy, unahin natin si Andy. Di, how are you?
Yes, good evening. Good evening, John. Good evening, Miles. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, kung saan man kayo, wherever you are watching this show. Yes, and welcome once again to the Purple Sector. This is our Qatar Grand Prix post-race rundown show slash review, whatever you want to call it. And yes, it was quite the race, I must say.
Maraming karera.
Things, ang dami nangyari, no? So yeah, we are gonna get into some of the highlights of that later tonight.
All right, Miles, how are you?
Good evening, gentlemen. It's 12 past 8 here in the Philippines. Welcome to another episode of the Purple Sector, wherein we're going to tackle things that happened in Lusail. And it's a heated, it's a very extreme, mainit na race. And to start it off, yes. Before we begin pala, I'd like to welcome you guys. And also, thank you for joining us in Facebook or in YouTube. Okay, we are live. And if you want to have things to discuss with us, feel free to comment and we'll gladly show them your comments or anything you want to discuss. Yeah. And also, may giveaways na naman tayo later.
Yep, definitely. So, we're still gonna give out this From Shell Helix, of course, the toolkit, the polo shirt, and what do you call that? The sunshade. Unfortunately, we ran out of McLaren, what do you call that? Coasters. So, pinabigay na lahat ni
Mas-
Yamboy last carrera. So, very, ano si Yamboy, very generous during that time. So, those were given away. So, Miles, speaking of, baka meron silang gustong tanong, meron ng tanong dito. So, are we gonna answer this right now? It's up to you guys. Here we go. It's our friend,
Sige,
Carl
okay.
Conrad Calora. Gusto niyang malaman, should we blame Shell over Carlos Sainz fuel system issue? Oh my God. Sponsor pa namin yun. Ay,
Wag naman
Ryan.
kawawa.
Good evening, Ryan. Almeda, good evening. Anyway, Miles or Andy,
Oy,
should we
ganito,
blame
isa
Shell?
na natin. Okay, should we blame Shell over Carlos Sainz fuel system issue? Well, the fuel system issue, kumbaga ganito na lang. Let's put it this way. Iba yung hardware, tsaka iba yung software, di ba?
Yeah.
Let us compare the Shell fuel as the software, di ba? Kumbaga app ng ano mo, tapos ilalagay mo yung app sa cellphone mo, which is the hardware. So, ang nagka-problema po is yung cellphone, hindi yung app.
The hardware
So, yun na
itself.
lang. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way, di ba? Total, masakit naman ano yung term na blame. Eh. Nagkaka-problema talaga, di ba? Siyempre. It's not a problem of the fuel or the app, but there's a problem with the hardware, which was the cell phone or the car or the fuel system itself. So, yun na nga. Well, tulad yung sabi ni Carlos Sainz, well, ano na yan eh. Kumbaga, part of the game yung ganyan eh. Diba? So, anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next race. Diba?
Yeah. Ito, we have another question from Alison Julia. Welcome to the show. If I may ask, do you think that the Qatar GP should be scrapped or moved due to difficult driver experience? Difficulties such as fatigue, just the general feeling of being unwell, the heat, and etc. I think we've discussed this in our group chat. Andy, you have something to say about this?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, welcome, Alison. Welcome to the show. Thank you for your question. Now, yeah, regarding your question, should the Qatar GP be scrapped or moved? Probably not. I would not agree with that 100%. Yes, nakita natin na nahirapan yung mga drivers. Nahirapan, especially, special mention dito si Logan Sargent.
Logan Sargent, yeah.
Our rookie, di ba? He was unable to finish the race, not because of any mechanical issues or the usual reasons, pero he was just too unwell. And he had to be physically assisted, di ba? Out of the car and everything. And turns out he was quite severely dehydrated daw at the end of his run. However, we have to remember at the end of the day, F1 is a sport. And these drivers are the topmost athletes when it comes to driving. So they're expected to be at a very high level of physical fitness. Yes, mahirap ang inexperience nila during the Qatar Grand Prix. Pero that's part of the game. Parang naglaro ka ng any other sport. Pinagpapawisan ka, mahihirapan ka. If you're playing basketball, ganun ang situation. You will feel tired, you will feel sore. And then imaginein mo, bigla ka nilagay sa NBA. Most elite level, top level, di ba? So, lalong mas malaki yung challenge. This is basically part of the game. This is part of the challenge of being an F1 driver. They have to be extremely fit. It's very easy to discount no kung gaano kahirap yung physical effort na nilalagay kasi most people think, oh, we're just sitting behind the cockpit turning the steering wheel. I will mention here if you've seen it on YouTube or in social media yung training program ng Red Bull. Yung training program nila I'm sure Miles, Jong, you're familiar with this. You've seen this before. yung training program ni Verstappen at saka ni Checo, 'di ba, they're being made to turn that simulated steering wheel na sobrang tigas. 'Di ba? You can really see the effort sa kanilang faces. So yeah,
Yeah.
that gives you an idea of how extreme yung training regimen involved when it comes to being an F1 driver. And of course, it's not for everyone. So
Yeah.
yeah, unfortunately, Qatar was just a very harsh example of how extreme F1 can be. It's a very harsh reminder to everyone kung gaano kahirap itong sport na ito. So yeah, so again, thank you, Alison Julia. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
Andy, Miles, I was able to visit Qatar maybe 2012, 13, something like that. But that was on a December. So medyo cool yung weather, but right now it's October. So
Apparently
expected,
palamig pa lang
yeah.
yung weather these days
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
So
Miles,
Actually,
yeah,
yeah,
pa
Miles.
talaga.
actually during the race in Lucela, it was 50 degrees.
Wow.
So sobrang init na yun, di ba? So,
I
oh
didn't
yeah,
know.
it was 50 degrees. And also ito na lang, tanong ni Allison, if we should scrap, definitely not. The racetrack is good, di ba? It's a very good racetrack. Probably, it's better if they move it in the calendar. Okay. Siguro, I don't know kung anong month ang maganda yung weather in Qatar. But we all know Qatar is the Lusail circuit is in the middle of a desert, diba? So
Yeah, it's the
basically, it's
middle
really
of the desert.
Mhm.
buti nga na karera sila gabi, di ba? Kasi
Oh.
kung kasi kung
Pero
kasi
yung
kung
sprint
tanghali
shootout,
yung
hapon yun, ha?
Kung
Yung
imagine
sprint
gaano
shootout,
Yeah,
kahirap
hapon
ang
yun,
ending.
yeah.
yeah,
Oh.
that's screenshot out. Yun nga. Alam naman natin kung ano yung extreme heat, 'di ba? Which only proves to show that F1 drivers are athletes, 'di ba? Sabi nga ni Andy, 'di ba? Trained sila, 'di ba? They were honed, they were trained, they were ano pa bang pinanggagawa nila just to be fit and well to drive an F1 car, 'di ba?
Yeah.
And also, nakita naman natin doon, 'di ba? Extreme na talaga yung ang weather. Considering na pati yung tire, naka-apekto yung tire deg, naka-apekto yung weather sa tire deg. Nakita natin during celebration, we didn't see the Lando pop, di ba? Pati yung champagne hindi na malamig hindi na nag-pop. Pinop ni Lando Norris, hindi dito. Oy, yun nga, sobrang init talaga, di ba?
No?
And it's not safe for drivers to open their visors during the race.
Oh,
So
definitely.
they did that.
Yeah, pero hindi
Yeah.
safe yun, ha?
But they,
Kasi,
they opened it just to cool themselves.
hmm.
So ganun talaga kainit. And Fernando Alonso, when he tried to the pit, he asked for something. Buhusan niyo ko ng tubig, throw some ice at me or anything dahil sobrang init na aking cockpit. But, yun na nga, sabi sa kanya, bawal. Bawal sa rules yan, bawal sa FIA. But,
Yeah.
well, anyway, well, for me, personally, sayang kung isa-scrap, better just to move it.
Move it
I
on a
guess
cooler
siguro
date.
marami.
Yeah.
Yeah, marami din.
Okay.
Or, I don't know, na, basta, ang akin, my opinion is, it's better to move it than
Yeah.
scrap.
Ito.
Oops, marami pa tayong
Yeah.
comments.
Alison Julia, thanks for answering. Yes, of course. You're very welcome. Carl Conrad, sana dilinis muna ng mga marshal yung truck. I think the dust from the truck are coming from siguro mahangin. Meron talagang chances na pupunta yung dust sa loob ng racetrack. At saka ang daming ang daming overshoot. So
Yes,
so
exactly.
for sure.
That is a very good point, no, na yung sinabi ni Carl actually. That's a very nice point. Thank you, Carl. Just going to add a little something there kasi we know na Lusail is a relatively new track, and for this particular weekend, as far as I understand, parang sila lang yata, F1 lang yata yung ang ang nag-race doon, di ba?
Walang F3?
May mga supporting events ba?
No idea.
I don't kasi if I recall parang ganun yung situation eh. So basically what it does is dahil walang mga supporting events masyado at saka bago pa yung track and of course it's in the middle of a desert, yes, you will get lots of dirty surfaces, di ba? So kasi yun nga less yung amount of rubber na nililay down ng mga kotse. So that's why na medyo mahirap na linisin mo na yung track. It's basically it's impossible kasi you're in the middle of a desert. So always may sand na papasok sa track kahit ganong kalinis yan. But yeah, thank you for that point, Carl.
Ryan Almeida, ito. Right, Qatar was already in the list of track locations even though it contributed hardship to the drivers. They're already prepared for that. So happens that it gave them a harder time than the usual. Yeah.
Yep.
So same.
Yep, absolutely.
Then, Alison Julia, another follow-up. Yeah, the tire degradation was crazy talaga. I think one of the McLarens had pretty bad tire degradation for such a short time kasi they did a recon lap. Can you confirm that, Andy?
Yep. Yung I saw a photo somewhere of a McLaren. I think it was their front left soft. It was a soft tire, front left. Na after a one recon lap, grabe na yung damage kaagad. So just gives you an idea kung gaano ka grabe yung track when it comes to killing tires, really. But yeah, definitely tire deg was a big factor in this race. Kaya nga there was this very weird F1 rule, di ba, na yung 18 lap rule nila. Di ba? Kasi pati ang F1 mismo, pati Pirelli, they were kind of caught off guard by just how bad the tire degradation was over such a short amount of time. Kaya for safety reasons, yeah, they do have this power na if yung reason nila is for safety, they can basically inject a rule out of nowhere. So in this case, yun ang ginawa nila. They imposed a mandatory rule na after swapping out tires for a certain amount of laps, you have to come back in. Which actually, in my opinion, made for a bit more of an interesting race, di ba? Kasi otherwise, you just get long runners on the hards. Tapos biglang yung ibang teams mag-medium lang, yung ibang soft tapos medium. So it was getting kind of old. So this rule, kumbaga, is kind of mixed up the order a little bit. So it made things a bit more interesting in my opinion. Pero it's obviously not a very viable na long-term solution. So we still have to find a better way.
Yeah. Actually, before the Grand Prix itself, di ba? There were talks na yung hindi pa nilalabas yung 3 pit stop rule or the 18th lap rule, di ba? There were talks na baka magiging US Grand Prix to, no? Wherein baka wala magpa-participate na team, di ba? So,
legitimate concerns actually.
Yeah, gladly somehow FIA stepped in, tapos parang sa tingin ko, parang game naman lang din yung mga teams, di ba? Parang, sige, okay, laruin natin to, tapos tingnan natin. It's up to our strategies on how we're going to do this, di ba? Considering na the weather itself is tricky, the track is tricky because of the unpredictable winds, di ba? The winds are bringing in sand, eh. Not only dust, diba? Literally sand.
Yeah.
Wherein, sabi nga ni Carlos Sainz na the track is really slippery because of the sand. Na parang gusto ng mas trip ng tatay ko itong track na to dahil slippery. Well, we all know that the Carlos Senior was a WRC driver. He was a champion, way before. So gusto talaga nila yung nagsa-slide sa track.
Ito,
Mas gusto pa ni Carlos Senior, no? Ni Sainz. Science
Carl,
singer.
Carl Conrad Calora, I'm not a Red Bull or McLaren fan, but congratulations to McLaren rookie Oscar Piastri.
Yes.
And third, World Driver Champion Max Verstappen. Ayun. Okay,
So,
Okay,
so
Chong, speaking of
yeah,
speaking
go.
of Oscar Piastri, umpisahan natin sa, are we going to talk about the qualifying or the
Yep.
sprint?
Qualifying.
okay, balik natin sa qualifying, no? So, unfortunately, dahil wala si Yamboy tonight, wala si Mr. Teller TV,
Yep.
we won't be having our usual analysis. So, what we've done is we've just kind of condensed everything down to bullet points, few photos here and there. We're just gonna keep it nice and simple tonight.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
speaking of bullet points,
Yeah.
Jong,
Q2 eliminated. So there were two Perez and Sainz, no. So any surprises here with these two drivers? So I'm quite surprised why they were nasama dito, 'di ba? So may Red Bull, may
Perez and
Ferrari.
Sainz, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, talagang it just did not come together for these two. Hindi na talaga, especially sa case ni Checo, no, na he just was not able to get a proper lap in. He was making mistakes. He was caught in traffic. Ang daming nangyari na, well, to be fair, was not completely his fault.
Yeah.
Mahirap lang talaga i-justify kasi again, Verstappen was top of the class here. John, if possible, pwede ibalik natin to Q1 eliminations. I'd like to touch on some things sa Q1 eliminations na. Yeah, especially that photo right there. Lance Stroll, pambihira. Eliminated Q1 and ewan ko dahil sa init ng panahon and the physical demands of the race and just frustration and adrenaline, di ba? Kasi you've just jumped out of the car. Yeah. This was not a very good look for Lance Stroll.
Yeah, I
He's
think
throwing his toys around, throwing his throwing the steering wheel, shoving his personal trainer. We all know he wasn't shoving the wall. He was shoving his personal trainer, which, well, to be fair, he was kind of in his space rin, di ba? Nakita niyo yung video. That the personal trainer was kind of in Lance's personal space at a very unfortunate time na yung talagang galit yung tao, his adrenaline is running high, tapos sobrang frustrated pa siya. So, I don't know. It's not a good look for an F1 driver. You're top of the class when it comes to driving dapat, di ba? When it comes to motorsport. You're an F1, you're Formula 1 driver. You're a professional and you're expected to behave as a professional kahit ano mangyari. So, this is unfortunately, again, not a very good look for Stroll. And unfortunately, rin, medyo mahirap nito yung parang, it's hard to bounce back, di ba, from situations like this. We've seen too many drivers na yung parang, they're not the same after a particular incident. And yeah, sayang lang kung ganito na yung situation kay Stroll. Kasi, yeah, I mean, yes, he is the son of the owner and everything, pero he's still an F1 driver. He kind of earned his place. Kaya
are we
sayang
expecting Andy, change of drivers?
Color change?
Yeah.
Baka
Change
mag-tennis
of
din siya.
owner. Change of owner.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Good
here we
luck na
go.
lang.
Yeah, this is
So,
the
anyway, going
yeah.
to
the qualifying of for the Sunday's race, no? So Max, George Russell, and the two Mercedes, Fernando Alonso, Ferrari, Charles, Oscar Piastri, Pierre Gasly, Ocon, and of course Bottas. He was one of the surprise there, and of course at saka si Pierre Gasly and Lando Norris. Okay, so we don't have any slide for the shootout, sprint shootout. So sprint shootout is happened Saturday afternoon, I think. Yeah,
Yep.
Saturday afternoon, and
Saturday.
that was the position for the sprint race. So we're gonna give you now the sprint race, which medyo marami ding action. So
Oh yeah.
actually, mas maraming action yung sprint kaysa sa race, di ba? Tama ba?
Kaya nga,
Yes, yes.
minsan
Actually,
I
actually,
Yeah.
I enjoyed the sprint race more than the actual Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
is the yung ano ng shootout, yung result ng shootout.
order natin.
So,
Yeah.
surprisingly, the two McLarens are there, 'di ba? So
Yes.
kita nyo kanina sa qualifying, medyo malayo si Lando Norris. Then Max Verstappen, George Russell, Carlos Sainz. Ang wala dito is si Fernando Alonso at saka si Lewis Hamilton. So, yun na yung kapansin-pansin na wala yung dalawa. Fernando Alonso pala nandyan. Si Lewis Hamilton lang yung wala. Yeah.
Si Hamilton ngayon wala.
Alright.
Hindi lang nagmaterialize sa kanya. Pero kudos, credit where it's due.
Yeah.
McLaren.
So, here we go.
Piastri.
So, McLaren
Yes.
1-2 up front. Plus, you're looking at a Max Verstappen, of course, then George Russell. And ito, medyo ano dito, medyo maganda yung takbo ni George Russell. Kaya na sandwich niya yung yung what do you call this? Yung dalawa McLaren, and eventually George Russell was able to grab the lead in lap number 3. So, why? Because George Russell is sporting a soft compound tire
Yes.
compared to mediums for the two McLarens. But,
That's right.
Miles, bakit hindi nila inisip nag-medium sila? Tingin mo?
Sino?
Si Mercedes.
Sino ang hindi?
Si Russell.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what their strategy is considering na may problema sa tire deck, di ba? I don't know why they I think considering na I'm not sure kung if Hamilton was also on softs during the sprint.
Hindi yata.
Parang they just gambled it na parang they just gambled on softs na lang talaga. If hanggang saan talaga considering the sprint was only 19 laps, di ba? Yeah,
19 laps. Yeah, 19 laps.
Considering eksakto na yun sa lifespan of the tires, di ba? Pero yun na nga. Good thing for McLaren, they chose to start on to go on mediums, di ba? Kaya nga. Naunahan nga, well, Oscar lost the lead from Russell who was on softs, di ba? Yun na nga, I don't know, hindi naman ako strategist ng Mercedes, di ba? Pero, yun na nga. Actually, kasi Jong, itong sprint kasi na format, ito kasing sprint na setup kasi parang, there are some teams talaga na parang, okay lang, manalo tayo or matalo tayo dito, wala lang, sprint race lang to .
Yeah.
Hindi naman to masyado, It's for the fans.
Though there's
Really.
points, of
Fans
course.
and-
Meron points.
Yeah, there are points, di ba? Pero considering na, ano pa man paglalabanan natin, WD, 3 points na lang kailangan para maging world champion, di ba?
Yeah.
But, yun nga. Well, yun nga. It's just a show for fans, media mileage for sponsors, and not too good for the teams kasi may wear and tear for their cars, and also, di ba? Possible damage kung magkaroon pa ng aksidente.
Meron talagang.
But anyway, balik tayo dun sa usapang bakit softs. Well, tanong na lang natin kay Toto Wolff yan, Jong.
Yeah, sige. Text mo nga. Text mo nga.
Text mo, pwede.
Yeah.
Or
So
ano mo
this
kaya
is-
mo
So this
Easy
the
question, but-
this is where Oscar Piastri was able to grab the lead back from from George Russell. And meron dun sa radio a message McLaren that the soft are starting to give problems to the cars who are equipped with the soft compound tires. So that is why they were able to get past George Russell at lap number 11. So, yun, parang sila, tawag dyan, tipong dinaanan na lang sila. So, aside from this, I think dinaanan din siya ni Lando Norris, right? Hindi pala ni this one. Lando Norris was 6th. So ito, we were barely charging. So as you can see, si Ferrari naka-soft din. Yeah. Si Ferrari naka-soft din, no? Tingnan mo red yung Then si Lando Norris, eventually they were able to to take advantage towards the So lap number 11. So basically, good for 11 laps lang yung yung soft compound tires.
Grabe talaga, no? I don't think any of the teams were yung parang expecting na ganun karapid yung tire degradation on this track, di ba? Kasi isipin nyo, this is a sprint weekend. That means walang free practice masyado.
Yeah.
FP1 lang tapos FP2, di ba? So that means the teams had much less time to study the track, study tire deg, study everything else that they would usually cover on a normal race weekend dahil sa sprint. Kaya nga, that's also one reason why andyan si Perez at saka si Hamilton sa 10 and 11 midway through the sprint kasi it was just not their night kasi they just could not get enough mileage on the track, diba? So I think that's one reason rin again it goes back to tire degradation.
Yeah.
Which is,
Ayun, Miles. Hamilton and Perez is in mediums. There you go. So,
Pero in fairness, Jong and Andy, in fairness to Lewis Hamilton during the sprint race, he overtook like 6 or 5 cars in the last 3 laps alone.
He did.
Yeah, parang that means parang the medium tires parang just like what happened to the McLaren boys, diba? They started off they used the mediums, diba? Parang maganda yung mediums for the sprint race, diba? So it proved good for Hamilton, diba? And who overtook like 6 or 5 cars, diba? On the last 3 laps alone. So that was good. And Jong, na-mention, I don't know sino sa mga viewers natin nag-mention kanina na about McLaren, diba? The McLaren that we saw during the Qatar Grand Prix in Lusail, diba, is a really different car from the McLaren that started the season.
Season, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
When we started the season, diba? Really, really different. Diba? Considering now, diba, when we started off in Australia, we're in pang-ilan sila, diba? Munti ka na ngang tawaging back marker, di ba? Parang ewan ko kung na-mention ba ni Yamboy na the new back marker sa McLaren, di ba?
Meron mga memes na...
Right now,
meron nga mga memes na pagdating sa next race, wala na silang sponsor. Di ba?
Yeah, di ba?
Papaya na lang yung kotse.
Yes.
There were also a lot na parang ang mga tractor nga color orange na, kulay orange na.
Papaya yung tractor.
Ito di ba? Considering ang nangyari, di ba? Before, parang near back markers na. Pero ngayon, tingnan mo, they're fighting for podiums. Race after race, di ba? So,
makes you wonder, no? Makes you wonder lang if it's too little. Well, it's obviously too late now. Pero could they have kind of abandoned this year para makafocus sila on next year? Parang ganun yung pag-iisip ko. Was it, I guess it was necessary on their end din na mag-upgrade pero kind of late na in the season, no? So, parang nasayangan lang ako sa resources nila ba. Of course, I'm happy na they're doing so much better now. Pero parang...
Yeah, it's gonna carry over. I think it's gonna carry over.
Ito lang, Itong upgrades kasi na ginagawa nila, di ba? Carry, mention ni Jong, the term carry over, di ba? Parang ginawa nilang practice ground itong season na to eh. Di ba? Parang, total, wala naman wala naman tayong habulin na constructors or drivers championship. Wala na eh. It all goes to Red Bull na eh. So, why not eksperimentohan natin ang car natin for
Data
next
gathering.
season, di ba? Data gathering tayo, kung pwede lang for every race will put flow base on the car, di ba? Kung pwede lang sana yun. Di mo, the whole Grand Prix,
During the Grand Prix,
flow
naka-movies pa.
Yeah.
base yun. Flow base
Or
yung...
naka-aero racks pa.
Naka-aero rack kung pwede lang, di ba? But anyway, yun na nga eh. Pag-aaralan, eksperimento natin yung kotse for next season, di ba? And siguro with Zach Brown's wallet or sponsors and Andrea's leadership and sino pa bang mga key people na pinirate ni Zach Brown, di ba? I think they're really good, di ba? It only proves to show na
Yeah, they're back somehow.
they're back. Kumbaga sabi ni Daniel Ricardo, hiramin ko lang yung Daniel Ricardo, parang we never left, di ba? We never left. Hindi kami umalis. But anyway, good for McLaren and hopefully sana, di ba? Yung upgrades, it would be
Yeah, carryover.
more carry over and more, di ba? Na for next season, di ba? For next year, di ba? It would really be good na to see more rockets next year.
Orange
Di ba?
rockets. Hindi
Yeah.
na silver
We-
arrows,
we-
orange rockets.
We started the season with the green rocket, di ba?
Yeah.
But somehow parang the green rocket somehow lost steam, di ba?
Yeah.
Yung nawala, lost steam, pero yung steam pumunta sa ulo, kaya tiyan mo, nangyari, uminit ang ulo. Kahit sa interview, hindi man lang hindi man lang makasagot ng maayos, di ba? Well, anyway, hopefully next year, we get to see more. And
Alright, so
Okay,
this
so
is the
before we
incident.
proceed, before we
The
proceed with
Yeah,
the next
yeah,
topic,
go, go.
Let's go back to the questions muna, John, sandali. Kasi I think it's filling up again. Ang daming
Yeah.
again, no? Daming comments again. Uy, yun. No?
Shaira, hello, welcome back. I agree with Miles. Feels that McLaren took a risk this season with these experiments, and it's good. Yep, definitely. So, for me, it's a carryover thing, and sa tingin ko, it's not a loss of but you never know. We'll be able to see later the constructors. I think baka kasi noon yung pinag-aawayan nila 4th, 5th, and 6th, 'di ba? Kasi alam natin yung 1, 2, 3 ano lang, Red Bull, Mercedes, Ferrari. So 4th, 5th, and 6th yung pinag-aawayan lang. Sino maging 4th, masaya na sila. So yun, tingnan natin mamaya. Ayun.
Yes.
Allison, which teams do you think might surprise us with their performance next year? Kahit gut
Very good
feeling lang?
question.
Wow.
That's a very good question.
Williams.
Kayo.
Williams.
Williams!
Yes. Oh. Actually,
Williams
I was gonna say
John.
Williams, actually. Yeah. Thank you, Miles, for bringing that up. I was gonna say
Williams Jong, because two words.
What?
James.
What? James?
Yep.
Paano ba i-pronounce yung apelyido niya, Di?
He's transferring
James
to
Bond.
Williams?
Kasi yung current nila, yung current nila
Na team principal, right? Yeah, team principal, yeah.
James
Okay.
Bond.
Yeah.
Marami niyang ginawa, Jong. Marami siyang ginawa na. Ang kulang na lang na hindi niya ginawa, Jong, is sabihan si Logan Logan, this is James. Logan, this is James. Paraalin mo si Alex. Anyway, just kidding aside.
Ayun, James Balls?
Oh, yeah.
Balls, yeah. Still doing good stuff for Williams, yeah.
Yes.
Hindi na nga pumasa si Mickey kay James.
Making really good changes.
Do you think Albon could bring Williams up with him? Okay.
Yeah.
I think Albon has di ba? Albon has sino ba yung
he
nagkaroon na
already
ng
is. He
extended
already is picking up Williams.
Yan hindi.
I'm gonna
Extension.
answer that right now. He
Contract
already is
extension.
Actually,
picking up
Jong,
Williams. Diba?
Actually, Jong, sa driver lineup, Jong, isa na lang yung hindi pa na-confirm. Only one vacant seat remains. And that is to be the teammate of Alex Albon.
Alex Albon.
So Logan Sargent's seat is now parang in limbo, hanging. So
Ayun. Ito si
Although,
Carl.
to be fair, sinabi naman nila na sinabi naman ni James na na they want to give Logan as much time as he needs. So talagang pinapahaba nila ng todo yung pasensya nila towards Logan Sargent.
Yeah.
Pero after looking at Sargent's performance, it's gonna be a very long rest of the year for Williams kung ganun yung game plan nila. But
Pero,
we'll see what happens.
ito na lang. Nabigla lang na pasa sa isipan ko. If we are to compare Red Bull and Williams sa usaping drivers, Red Bull has a Red Bull Academy ba? Or marami silang pool, di ba?
Yep, marami silang
Drivers pool for their cars, di ba? Does Williams have a driver's pool or
they have
nilang
Williams Academy. I know that for a fact. Meron silang academy nila.
Okay.
Yep. And the other thing I know is it's an F1 seat. It doesn't matter if you're an F2 or F3 driver, pag when you see an F1 seat na vacant, you're gonna take it.
Yeah,
Diba?
definitely.
Mick Schumacher wants to get back in a Williams seat, in an F1 seat. I don't know if it's gonna be with Williams, but I know Mick Schumacher wants to come back to F1. I know a whole lot of other drivers want to get into F1. Especially kasi yung mga champions ng lower tiers, mga F2, F3. Champions sila kaya they're expecting to get called up into F1, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero obviously there's only so many vacant seats. So, paunahan sila. They don't care. I don't think they're gonna care very much if it's Williams or AlphaTauri. It's not gonna care. They're not gonna care. It's F1. Pag-aagawan talaga yan.
Yeah, of course.
Pag-aagawan yan
Ito,
sila.
si Shaira Jaina, replying to Alison Julia, Carl Conrad Carlora not to spoil you. McLaren yes, but Ferrari na.
Teka muna. Baka mag-aaway kayo. Walang. Baka mag-aaway. Shaira. Huwag mo naman si Carl.
Except for...
We all know Carl.
I guess
Carl has been with us for how many seasons ng the purple sector, di ba? Sir, wag mo na maawayin si Carl. We all know Carl is a diehard. It's a tifosi.
Yeah.
It's a tifosi. Di ba? Huwag mo na maawayin.
Yeah. After the summer break, Ferrari is going strong too, and they're already in the top 3 constructor standing. Alison as a tifosi, masakit, pero I agree with Shaira po. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, ganito,
Honestly.
Jong, before we
You just need to get their act
total
Yeah,
na
go.
pag-uusapan natin ang tifosi. Baka gusto nating Jong, pakinggan muna natin si Carlos. Baka may
Carlos,
sasabihin si Carlos.
okay. A few words.
Shaira, mamaya na yung quick question mo.
Sige,
Mamaya mo na yung quick question.
i-text mo yung question mo. We can answer after
Wala lang.
a message from Carlos Sides.
Okay.
For me, I had always dreamed about being a Formula One Ferrari driver. The day I walked in, the first day as a worker in Ferrari, it was just something that felt a bit unreal. There is a mix of pride and responsibility. You need to keep challenging everyone around you, yourself, to keep making the car and the team stronger. And I see this drive and motivation inside Ferrari right now. all have our challenges inside the sport, and some years you have more than others, but there's always something impeding you. Probably my first years in Formula One, I was too switched on, too tense, thinking too much. You'll normally, the bad day, if it's not my fault, I'm super angry because I feel frustrated that there's something out of my control. But then the day after, it's easy. I put it behind. It's the days where you make a mistake that they stay on you for a bit longer, no? And it's where you need to have the capacity to analyze, to digest it, and then to put it behind. There's that guilt feeling always when you do a mistake because you are part of more than 1,000 people, you know, creating the car, creating the masterpiece, you know, that we get to drive every day. Even nowadays, you know, even days that you wake up with maybe not so happy about whatever is going on in your life, I always try to remind myself that I'm a Ferrari driver driving for Ferrari in Formula One, and I've achieved my dream, and this puts me immediately back into a great mindset.
All right. Thank you, Carlos Sainz and Shell Helix. So let's go back to the question of Shaira. Is there any way that an F2 champion can have a sure seat with any of the F1 teams, even at least for a year? Should be a rule.
I wish.
Be honest.
Yep.
I wish it was a rule, honestly. Diba? Ang ganda sana
Hindi,
kung
kasi
ganun, kung alam natin yung progression, kung sino yung makakakuha ng race seat the next year or something like that. I wish it was that simple. Pero it's not. We know. We know it's not that simple. It's a mix of circumstances kung ilang seats ang open for the following season. Kung how impressive your performance was, pero obviously if you're F2 champion, then yes, you should have a better chance of getting a race seat. Pero by far no, the biggest factor here, pera. Money.
Yeah.
Diba?
One more,
Sponsorship.
isa pa di. One more, may isa pang factor di.
Go.
Sige, go
There's
ahead.
also with this one factor. For you to go into F1, you need to have Mark Webber as your manager.
Nice.
Well, we all know what happened, last year, di ba?
Tama.
Yeah.
Well,
He knows
Di,
the
ganito na
business.
lang. Ganito na lang. We were talking about the available seats in F1, di ba? Okay. And then, a quick question lang to, quick answer to Shaira, di ba? F2 champion cannot have a sure seat with any of the F1 team. Unless, jokingly, sabi ko, you need to have Mark Webber as your manager. And to have a rule like that, mukhang malabo. Kasi, we're not talking only about F2 eh. There's F3. There's Formula E, na galing doon si Nick.
Na series
Diba?
natin.
Marami pang mga smaller feeder, wherein kung pwede kang, hindi lang talaga F2 eh. Hindi lang talaga sure na F2. Kasi parang kung merong rule na gano'n na parang F2 ka champion automatic ka kumbaga parang ano yung sinabi na parang parang what they call this, parang may hierarchy, may rule na parang kung sa position na yan magre-retire na yung dahil ako yung assistant manager, automatic ako na yung magre-retire na si manager, ako yung assistant manager, automatic ako na yung maging manager. But that's not the case, di ba? We all know that, di ba? ako nga assistant manager pero bulak-bulak ako. Hindi pa rin ako pwede gawing manager ng aking opisina, di ba? So, really not the case na parang assistant manager ka or F2 champion ka, automatic ka magiging F1. Yun talaga ang kailangan talaga. You need to prove yourself. You need to prove yourself. You need money. And also, kung meron bang bakante na seat.
Na seats,
And we're talking about bakanteng seats, di ba? This time siguro we bring the topic of having an 11 team, which is Andretti, di ba? Before the start of the Qatar Grand Prix, di ba? New surface that FIA approved Andretti to join.
11 team, yeah.
To be the 11 team. But the present teams, alam naman natin, all of them were not that welcoming to have a new team, di ba? James, we're mentioning James Walls, di ba ganina? Ang sabi James Walls, ba parang, lugi na nga kami kasi magkakaroon pa ng 11. So maghatian, di ba? It's more on hatian yan, Jong eh.
Yeah.
Hatian ng revenue, di ba? Kasi for the information of everyone, diba? Kung hindi nyo alam, kumikita ang F1 teams not only through their sponsors, but the prize money. Diba? There's this prize money na paghahatian ng lahat. Considering kung anong place ka sa Constructors Championship, diba? Constructors place, diba? And also, aside from that, the prize money, may mapapanalunan ka, and also, ticket sales for that particular Grand Prix, may percentage na nakukuha yung teams. So, ginagawa yung ganun. Well, aside from that, meron rin silang what you call this heritage or anong nangyari sa Ferrari and McLaren. Wherein they have
I forgot the
teams
term.
natin. May kita rin sila. May separate
meron silang heritage royalty fee, diba?
That's right.
Kasi they get to pay FIA gets to pay them for them to stay in F1. Parang binabayaran ng Ferrari to participate in F1. Kasi F1 wouldn't be F1 without a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Considering
That's right.
Ferrari has been there since year 1, di ba? Hanggang ngayon. Diba? Well, anyway.
Ayun, teka.
Yun na nga.
Conrad.
Any comments? Any
Sakit
comments
din.
on...
Sakit din, walang nag-agree sa akin. Lapit na akong magtampo.
And yes,
Come
tama.
on.
Bumalik na talaga si De Vries sa Formula E. So
Yeah.
he's back where he
Yes,
is back in his element basically. So yeah, best of luck to Nick De Vries, and yeah, we'll see what the future holds for him.
Ayun.
Joey Barcelona, shout out mga idol.
Ayun.
Good evening, sir.
Alright.
Okay. Yun na nga, Jong, I want to hear something, comments ng ating
Yeah, go.
viewers. If you like to have an 11 team on the grid next year.
Wow, they're going to be
Any
22
thoughts sa
cars.
inyo? Diba? Any thoughts na kung kung gusto niyo ba magkakaroon ng Andretti? And it would be good. Well, for me, it's good kasi more teams, more players, and more seats, di ba? You get 3 seats yan automatic kasi driver 1, driver 2, and automatically you have the reserve 1. Diba? So, greater chances for everyone to be in F1. But, yun na nga, marami kasing factors. Diba? So, I want to...
Ang
And aside
problema
from
is
that,
tayong tatlo dito, itong mga viewers natin, we are F1 fans. So, none of us get to make the big decisions. None of us get to crunch the numbers. None of us get to decide who gets what. So, again, balik tayo
unless
sa
Jong buys team.
problems. Pera na naman. Diba?
Actually,
Pera pa rin ang problema. I mean, we can want as many teams as we want, pero yeah, if if it's affecting yung bottom line ng mga existing teams natin dyan, yeah, well, good luck.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Ayun.
but as a fan, as an F1 fan, of course I want another team. Of course I want more drivers on the grid, di ba? Of course I want a new engine manufacturer. Yan ang gusto ko talaga makita, is a new engine manufacturer.
Yes.
Kasi that will really make things interesting. Hindi lang tayo limited to what, 4 engine manufacturers. Di ba?
Anong engine gagamitin ni Andretti?
Cadillac.
Confirmed na yan. Is it confirmed that they're going to use a Cadillac?
The team name, Andretti Cadillac. So yung F1 car nila baka ma-hydraulics yun. Tapos,
Mabigat.
masaya yan. Diba?
It's colored gold, di ba? Colored gold.
Masaya.
That's like a Cadillac Seville.
Ito, Shairaj.
But anyway.
For me, that's fine because a few years back, we have more teams. Yep. Actually, why not now, considering that F1 have wider reach now? Yun. For cars,
greed.
it's okay, more teams, more challenging. Yep.
Absolutely.
And for me, if Andretti will be coming in next year, so it's the second, correct me if I'm wrong, second American team. Tama ba? Aside from Haas, so it's the second American team. And as you can see, they're increasing the number of races in United States. So definitely, the commerce, the marketing, and the economic growth of F1 will be more bigger if they're gonna reach more American states. So yun yung yun yung hinahabol nila. So
Yun yung inahabol yan. That's
yeah,
right.
so
Yeah.
aside from that,
So
if
yeah,
they all,
I'm hoping Andretti gets in. Kahit
Yeah.
kahit mahirapan sila sa ano, I'm not expecting them to be fighting for podiums anytime soon. Pero I just
yeah,
hope they
oo.
get in. Mas masaya.
And I think F1 wants the American economics, the American
Market,
fans,
yeah.
because the market, as we all know, NASCAR and Indy cars are very popular in America. So
Absolutely, yeah.
So
They
yun yung
want a
inano
slice
nila.
of that pie
So they
too.
wanted that commerce. So we all know that next race would be in Texas. And aside from that, there's one more race, gonna be a new one, Las Vegas. So just imagine. They wanted to talaga. Add more races in Asia, but not in Middle East. Yep. More proper circuits. Middle East has lots of money, so that is why they are luring F1 to
Again,
go
pera pa rin.
to Middle East, and because I think Middle East, their concern or their major talaga is to bring tourists into their country. So malapit na daw maubos yung kanilang oil, kaya magkaroon na ng maraming karera
I mean, yeah, see anong nangyari sa Vietnam Grand Prix? 'Di ba?
yeah.
Natahimik. Sayang. Oh, bring back Sepang. I agree.
Yes, we wanted
Please,
Sepang
bring
to
back
be back.
Sepang.
It's
Please.
one of the cheapest
Please.
F1 venues. Yeah, so yes, though it's very
Please bring
hot,
back
but
Sepang.
it's really one of the cheapest, most affordable from, especially sa atin Filipinos to go to Malaysia. It's very easy. It's very cheap or affordable. So hopefully, but I guess Sepang or Malaysia government can no longer afford Formula 1. So that's one of the reasons. So money
Sayang,
again
di ba?
is
Sayang. Sayang talaga. Pero yeah, I completely agree. Bring back Sepang. One of the best F1 circuits out there. Hands down.
yeah.
Many drivers also want Sepang,
Yeah,
di ba?
absolutely.
Yes, kasi maganda yung racetrack. Maganda yung racetrack.
Maganda.
Yeah.
Because of the racetrack.
Yeah, because
Jong,
of the
tanong ko lang.
racetrack.
Jong, tanong ko lang. Yung favorite racetrack mo sa Thailand, grade A ba yun? FIA? The Chang?
Chang Buriram, it's FIM homologated. I don't know FIA homologated. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kasi
Pero
another...
that's a very nice racetrack as well. But it's
Thailand.
Yes.
Wow.
difficult to go.
Alam ko Thailand.
Very difficult
Favorite
to
ni
go
Jong
lang.
yun kasi... Favorite ni Jong yun kasi... sa media center dun bumaba ng Chang Beer.
Yes, Chang Beer, yung kasing sponsor dun. So, but
Kaya
very
pala.
difficult to go, ah. Very difficult to go. It's 12 hours from Bangkok.
Malayo.
And
Malayo.
if you fly Bangkok to Buriram, there's only 2 flights and propeller pa. So, it's a very small
Hindi
city.
hindi siya commercially viable.
Hindi siya commercially
Yeah.
viable. And
Sayang. Yeah, there's so many
Okay,
race
Jong,
tracks.
let's go back to Qatar.
Qatar, there we go. So, we're gonna do this quick. Isang oras na pala tayo.
Oh, biglang nag-jump
Ayan.
in, ah.
So, there we go. So, the sprint, we have a new first-timer, Oscar Piastri. I think this is the first win in Formula 1. Though it's just a sprint, but still a first win. Miles, can you
Still, it's
consider
a win.
first win in
Yeah.
Formula 1 as a sprint?
Oh, yeah,
Right?
yeah. First win of a first rookie to win a sprint race
Sprint
for
race.
since actually bago lang tong and first win for Oscar Piastri. Mas una pa siyang nagkaroon ng panalo kaysa kay
Lando.
kay Lando Norris. Diba? Well, Wonderboy really did good.
Yeah.
Wonderboy really did good.
And
Really did good. Makikita
Max Vers-
natin Makita natin yung sabi ko kanina, makita natin yung progression of how the McLaren car kumbaga nag-mature ng McLaren na car. Tingnan mo, they're battling it out sa sprint race. Sprint race kasi maganda kasi wala masyadong strategy. Bakbakan talaga. So they're battling it out with the Ferraris and the Red Bulls, di ba? And
Yeah.
also the Mercedes. Makita natin, di ba? So
I
talagang
enjoy the-
yeah, mas maganda 'Di ba parang before there were top 3s, 'di ba? Top 3 teams. Ngayon parang I like to consider McLaren, 'di ba? From jumping from the middle
Yes.
team down to
Absolutely.
so up pala, jumping up to the top tier, 'di ba? So parang
Yeah.
top 4 teams. Well, that's good. That's good for
Aside-
everyone.
Yeah, from the sprint, we also have another thing right here where Max Verstappen finishes second position and eventually won the World Drivers' Championship. So third in a row for Max Verstappen. So there we
Pasalamat
go.
din ako kay Oscar Piastri, Jong.
Bakit?
Kasi parang ang all eyes were on all eyes were somehow on Oscar Piastri. So yung pagkakapanalo ni Max ng third WDC niya is parang medyo na sideline
Na
na sideline from
Oo nga,
on the sideline, 'di ba? So
Yeah.
parang ayano natin ngayon to the Grand Prix itself, 'di ba? Continue, bilisan na lang natin tong Qatar Grand Prix. Alam
Yeah.
naman natin Max would win this, 'di ba? So parang babawiin isip ni Max, bawiin natin 'to. Kasi parang hindi masyado akong napag-uusapan si Oscar Piastri. Ito, pati mga memes lahat, Oscar Piastri, pati yung kamay, yung hinawakan ni Ben Salaim yung kanyang kamay, tapos ginanon ni Oscar Piastri. Di ba? Just like what, yung na-share ko na video sa ating Facebook. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I will also invite our viewers, if you're new to the show, we have an official Facebook page, The Purple Sector. Bisita lang kayo doon. We're posting news, memes, or anything there. So, in between races, doon kami. So,
Yes.
nag-post ako nung about Oscar Piastri. So, ni ngayon na Max na papanalunin ko to, papakita ko sa kanila na akong 3-time world champion, di ba? Pero
Max has
at the end of the race, pero yun na nga, I want the limelight to be back to me Pero hindi pa well, alam naman natin ang result ng F1 ng Qatar, na Qatar Grand Prix, di ba?
Mhm.
Hindi pa rin si Max ang napag-uusapan
Yeah.
Ang napag-uusapan is yung init, di ba? Yung init, yung puwet ni Fernando Alonso na naluto sa kanyang cockpit. Si Esteban Ocon na nasuka sa kanyang helmet, 'di ba? Parang yun na
Yes.
napag-uusapan Parang hindi na napag-uusapan yung Hindi na pag-uusapan yung pagiging World
Pero
Drivers Champion.
no doubt, the most talked about na event, well, we're looking at it right now. Ito yung pinag-uusapan na nangyari during the race.
First corner.
Turn 1, di ba?
Turn 1.
ito.
Yeah.
Lap 1, turn 1 incident.
So, this is
Hamilton
the
and George Russell coming together, unfortunately for Mercedes.
DNF
completely
for
ruined the race.
yeah.
And so yeah, very uncharacteristic ba to kay Hamilton? This is kind of familiar. Anyway, racing incident.
Yeah.
It
But
was
it's
ruled
too
as a
tight.
racing incident.
It's too
Diba?
tight.
Racing incident. He took full responsibility of what happened. He
Yeah.
apologized to the team. He apologized to George, di ba?
Mhm.
And makita naman natin, Jong, it only proves na ito lang. Because of this incident, akin lang, point ko lang, it only proves na gaano kaganda ang bagong Mercedes ngayon, diba? Lately. Kasi, because of that incident, George dropped at the back of the field, di ba? But he slowly clawed himself up to fourth at the end.
Yes,
Four,
yes.
Fourth
Yes.
at the end, di ba?
Grabe.
Considering na, di ba? Parang naging 16 ata siya or 17th after this incident.
It was right at the back.
Diba? So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Correct.
But, tingnan nyo, ang dami niyang nilabanan, ang dami niyang to the point na umabot siya hanggang fourth place, di ba? It's really good pace for the Mercedes, di ba? Very good, di ba? Sayang nangyari itong ganito, nakita rin sana natin. We could have seen a double Mercedes, di ba? Considering na Checo
Kala ko nga, DNF yung
was-
dalawa eh.
Kaya nga.
Wow.
It was Checo was nowhere to be found during Qatar, di ba?
Yeah. And ito
Nawawala ang mojo.
sinabi ni Andy kanina na Fernando Alonso, I think this is the third time or second time that he, went off the track. So, ayan, Fernando
Yes,
Alonso.
absolutely. No,
Yeah.
I think it was the second time.
Second
parang ganun
time.
lang. But
So we're just trying
just
to look at
another
the
uncharacteristic na mistake
uncharacteristic.
and
And
so
aside from that, this was the
Sergeant.
Logan Sargent due to dehydration.
Dehydration.
Saka nagpaalam na siya. Sabi niya, nahihilo na ako, kailangan ko nang pumasok, di ba? Yun yung sinabi niya, di ba? So, yun. There we go,
Jong,
Logan Sargent. Yeah.
Actually, Jong, Logan before the Grand Prix, Logan was battling out with parang flu-like. He has flu-like
Yeah, he was
symptoms.
already unwell.
May sakit na talaga siya. Tapos, dadagdagan pa ng sobrang init that led to his dehydration.
Yeah.
Yun na nga, nagpaalam siya sa team. Tapos, sinagot na ng team, di ba? There's no shame. It's no shame na kung mag-retire ka, di ba? Well, he did retire. He did retire. Paalam siya, kung hindi kaya, sige, box na Logan. Pag box niya, pag park sa garage, kailangan pa nga siyang tulungan.
Grabe.
Ang kanyang mga
It's not
mechanics
easy.
outside the car.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it was not easy at all.
Mahirap, di ba? And he was rushed to the medical center.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was rushed to the medical center. And not also that, but Albon was also rushed to the medical center.
Pati si Ocon yata, di ba? Kasi,
Yeah, Ocon was,
Eh, si
Ocon
Esteban
was,
Ocon
yeah,
was puking, man.
yeah.
he threw up.
He was he threw up sa cockpit ng kanyang car. Kaya nga tinanong ko sa Facebook page natin, where did the puke go, man? Di ba? Nasa helmet niya, di ba? I don't know where, di ba?
Yeah.
Well, wala. I was looking for videos or photos of that all across the internet, but I cannot see a puked up helmet from Teban. But anyway, ito
Yeah.
na yung natin, John.
So this,
The race
yeah.
ended with Max winning always.
And the
He did
two
the fastest
papayas at the back. Yeah, I'm happy to see those orange cars at the back.
Very good. Jong, ikaw yung buenas, Jong.
Yeah, bakit?
Kasi yung sa Singapore, hinimas-himas mo yung sasakyan nila. Tataka nga ako, hinimas-himas mo rin naman yung Williams. Bakit ano nangyari sa Williams? It only proves, Jong, na you are a McLaren boy talaga.
Yeah, of course.
Ever since.
Yeah. There we go. This is the result. So So basically, it's already a world champion for Max Verstappen, and there you go, Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris, George Russell. Yung sinabi ni Miles kanina, where after the incident between Lewis Hamilton, where Hamilton got a DNF, Russell was 14, 15, something like that. I really forgot, and suddenly found himself in number 4. So that was one of the drive of the day, I think. Fernando Alonso, despite he was really going out of track, then Ferrari, Charles Leclerc, wala dito si Carlos Sainz due to the fuel system
Fuel
failure.
system.
Yep.
Okay,
Okay.
Jong, no.
Yeah.
Very,
Actually, Jong, fuel leak. There was a
continue-
fuel leak. on the
Fuel leak.
Ferrari.
fuel leak yun. Just before we continue, no, I'm just glad to see both alphas in the points this time.
Yeah.
Ang ganda tingnan. I'm happy na naka-point si Bottas at saka
Si
si
Joe
Shorty.
Guan Yu, Shorty.
Oh, di ba? Bihira lang yan sila makapasok sa point. So
Yeah.
I'm glad na nakapasok ang alphas this time. But then again, that's because of all the penalties na inimpose sa mga drivers. No? Ang daming penalties na
Yeah,
na
because over track
ibigay sa
limit. Yeah.
drivers natin. Si Checo took what? Ilang seconds ba yun? 10, 15, mga ganun. Si Gasly, sino pa? Stroll. Ang daming penalties kaya naging ganun yung order ng classification natin. So, we
So
are
Max
now looking
Verstappen,
at
there you go.
tally.
Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, still possible. Fernando Alonso, still possible to catch up Lewis Hamilton. Carlos Sainz, I'm not quite sure. Charles
Nalayo na si
Leclerc,
Sainz.
I don't know. So that's the the championship point standing. Sorry, hindi tayo nagmamadali. Then what else? And of course, the team standing. This is gonna be interesting. So as you can see, constructor champion na si Red Bull, and Mercedes and Ferrari still a fighting chance position. Aston Martin, lumalapit si McLaren. So I think this is the thing that they wanted. Siguro McLaren wanted to get the 4th best team. No? Tingin nyo, Miles? Wala na. Alpine is nowhere. Wala. So they're just battling Aston Martin right now. So I think we still have 6 more races to go. Tama ba?
6, 5, mga ganun.
5 or 6? Let's
5, mga ganun
check.
na lang. Grabe no? Ang daming nangyari this season. Tapos, then all of a sudden, 5 races na lang.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5.
Yes. 5 races to
Five
go.
races. Okay. Jong, speaking of 5.
Triple header pa triple header
Okay.
pa ang...
Speaking of 5. Nasa na yung questions for your giveaways?
Ayun, Andy, are you ready?
Sige.
We're
Simulan
giving
na natin
out,
ang-
right now, we're giving out sunshade. Yeah, sunshade for the first question. I'm just gonna do right
Okay,
thing.
so I shall, as usual, for our viewers at home, we will be posting the questions in the comment section. So just look out for the questions and answer as quickly as you can. Open note po ito. Pwede po tayong mag-Google or
Yep. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Andy, are you ready?
We are
Okay.
posting the first question right now.
Interesado, Moto Suspension Tune. Good evening sa iyo dyan. Baby James, good evening. Andy, here we go. This is a question. In what year was the first F1 race held at Lusail International Circuit in Qatar? So, what
Easy lang yan.
year? Just the year.
Easy lang yan.
Adrian
I'm keeping
Chad
an eye on
Rodriguez. Panalo agad. Galing ni Adrian. Adrian
Chad
Chad
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Well done, sir.
Winning the sunshade from
Yes.
Shell Helix. There you go. Thank you for the answer, Jeric Venturina. Thank you for that. Yep, 2021, Carl Conrad. Tama, 2021. Pero nauna na si
Una si Adrian.
Adrian Chad Rodriguez.
Oh.
I think we have your
Well done.
address, but can you send it again, please? And your telephone number?
Okay, to be sure.
Yep. Alright.
Malay mo, lumipat siya ng bahay.
Yeah. Send mo na lang, Adrian, ulit. Thank you. Alright.
Updated na.
Question.
Update sa ating database.
Update sa database. Question number 2.
Question number 2 is coming right now.
Ayun. Miss you also, Baby James. What is the total track length in kilometer of Lusail International Circuit in Qatar? Track length in
Up to the last-
kilometer.
Kilometers, ha? Specific.
Ano yun? Ano yun? Point,
feet. Oh.
point, 2 decimal places?
If you can be specific, then yeah, go ahead. Malay mo. Kasi marami mag-answer eh. So, the closest to the exact answer.
6.4. Joey Barcelona. I think it's not.
Nope, not quite. Keep going,
Okay.
guys. Keep going.
While we're waiting for the answers, we would like to thank Shell Helix once again and Shell
you,
B
Shell
Power
Helix.
for supporting
Yep.
the purple sector. The purple
And
sector of the racing line.
Pwede
Thank
ba
you very
hulaan?
much.
Yes,
Shell
pwede mo hulaan.
Keep
7.4
going.
Joey Barcelona.
Yes. Oo, naka-racing light din
Yun.
lahat eh.
Yeah.
Hindi lang klaro pero naka-racing light rin ako.
Yun. Thank you so
Anyway,
much.
Ah, naka-racing light already.
No, it is not 7.4. It is not. Wait, may naka-answer.
5.4. Are we gonna accept this?
4.
I
Okay,
think
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
count
accept
down 10. I'm gonna count down 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Kung
go.
walang maka-answer na kung walang maka-answer na yung talagang super specific in 5 seconds, we are going to
5.41. Sorry.
count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop right there.
There we go.
The answer
Congratulations, Alison Julia.
Yes,
It's
Julia.
5.419.
5.419.
19. But you got it. You're the closest.
419. 5.419 kilometers.
Okay,
So,
Alison.
well done, Alison
Yeah.
Julia.
Can you send us
have
your-
just won yourself a prize.
Yeah. Alison, can you
Well
send
done.
us PM sa Purple Sector, address, and the size of the shirt because you got a shirt, the size of the shirt, the address, and your cell phone number so mapadala namin tomorrow. There we go.
Okay.
Well
And
done.
now for the
Rest
last...
assured,
Ha?
rest assured lang, Jong, yung mga sinesend nyo na data sa amin. Hindi na namin, hindi po namin binibenta yan.
I, of course, definitely.
Data privacy. We respect the privacy, everyone.
Yeah.
It's for lang.
Yes.
For shipping purposes, di ba?
Yeah.
Carl, kinapos yung Lusail mo. Dagdagan mo konti.
Thank you for answering. Okay, last question. Andy, last
Okay,
question.
we are posting the third question right now.
you'll get a toolkit.
Number 3.
Who was the youngest driver to start racing in Formula 1? Do we have to mention the age? No need. Just the name.
Name lang. Sige,
Name lang. Okay.
Ay, actually, wait. No, you do need to mention the... Yes, ayun, ang bilis ni Joey, oh.
Joey, tama. But we need to get the age. Age lang.
Yeah. Age.
Huwag na yung days. Age lang.
Sige, ganito, ano natin, let's make it challenging now. Yes, it's Max Verstappen. Yes, that's good. Pero what age in year and days?
Grabe pati
Not
days.
years and ilang days. Para.
Ayun, Joey Barcelona already answered Max, you're correct, and he answered 17.
17.
Okay.
Sige, keep going. You need to be specific.
You
Ilang
need to be
years
specific.
and ilang days.
Max Verstappen, tama, age,
Verstappen,
at saka
yes,
ilang
that's right.
ilang days.
Ilang years at saka ilang days.
Years and days.
Clue.
Challenging.
Clue. Ending 6 ang days.
Meron ba to sa
Carl.
Google, Andy?
Carl, no, Max Verstappen won his, Max Verstappen was 17 when he started. So tama
How
yan,
many days?
tama yan, yung
17
17.
years old.
Now, we just
17
need to know
years
how many
and
17 years and ilang days.
Ito. Joey Barcelona, tama ba? 17,106?
Teka,
Not quite.
compute ko muna. Labas ko calculator ko.
Ilang days?
Hindi yata,
17
hindi.
Ilang days old siya?
Ilang araw ang ano? 365 days, di ba?
Jeric Venturina. There you go. It's correct. All right.
Well done.
There you go. Congratulations, Jeric. 17 years old and 166 days. Ano yung 29?
Well
So
done.
dapat,
Congrats.
Joey, dapat 17.29.
Ayun,
Dapat 17.29.
All right. Thank you for the question, the answers, Jeric.
Yung bunker
I'm not
natin.
sure
Jeric.
if you have an address. Pakidala na lang address, PM sa Purple Sector. You won a Shell Advanced Toolkit. Yep. There we go.
Congratulations.
Dapat sa umpisa pa lang
Specific na yung tanong.
na yung tanong. Sorry. Next time. Sorry, Joey.
Thank you for the feedback.
Yeah. Next time. All right,
Joey.
guys. Thank you so much for
Joey,
joining.
promise ko sa'yo, on the next episode, pagkatapos ng intro, giveaways agad. Gusto mo.
Automatic.
We'll do that. Just for you.
Oh, by the way,
We won't-
way,
We won't mention what time of the program, of the episode, mag-giveaways. But
By the
one
way,
thing for sure,
we'll
Yes,
be having
you don't-
we'll be having some few new giveaways before the year end, before the end of the hopefully when Mr. Talyar Kibi comes back, maybe tapos na yung wala nang McLaren coasters. Meron pa ako naiwan pero kay Andy at saka kay Miles na to eh. Ayun, wala na, sorry.
Isa lang kami. Buti pa yung isang
Inubos ni
yung
Yamboy
viewer natin
lahat.
last week,
Pinamigay.
apat yung napanalunan niya eh, no?
Pinamigay
Kami
niya
naman,
lahat eh.
isa na lang. Para sa water bottle ko na lang yan.
Ayun, Joey. Yes. Next time, ayusin namin. Thank you so much for the comment. Okay. Guys, that's it. Maraming salamat for joining and abang-abangan natin yung mga bagong prizes that we're gonna give out. Hopefully, when Mr. Talyar TV comes home, he has a pasalubong for all of you guys. So hopefully, by then, we'll be able to give out those special prizes from this channel, the Purple Sector. So, again, before we go, Miles.
okay, it was a fun night, fun Tuesday night. Buti hindi na umuulan. And hope you guys had fun. Kunin ko lang yung ni Mr. Talyar TV kay Amboy. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys learned something. And catch you guys on the next episode of the Purple Sector where we talk about ano bang next race natin?
US.
Oh, it's Vegas, diba? We're talking about the Vegas.
Circus of America. Circus of America.
Kota. Okay. We're going to Kota. We're going to Texas, man. Okay. So, hope to catch you guys there again on the Purple Sector for the Kota post-race Grand Prix.
Yep.
Thank you.
Right. Andy?
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for tonight's show. We really appreciate you, especially yung mga nag-comment, yung mga nagbigay ng questions, yung mga nag-answer ng questions for our little quiz night tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining in the fun tonight. And we hope you, like Mr. Talyar TV said, we hope you learned something. If not, we hope you were entertained. We will see you again after the US Grand Prix.
Medyo malayo-layo pa yun.
Ilang
2 weeks.
is it?
I think 2 weeks. I'm
Weeks from
not
now.
sure.
And it's a triple header. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Puyatan na naman ito, mga F1 fans.
Yeah,
But
sunod-sunod. Triple header.
yeah, we will see you after the United States Grand Prix. Hopefully we'll see every one of you again after that race. Till then, everyone, stay safe. Have a great night.
Yep. Thank you, guys. Tell your friends about it. Tell your fellow Formula One fans about this channel, and we're gonna be back in after United States Grand Prix. So hopefully, Yamboy, Mr. Talyar TV will be there already with us, and hopefully dala-dala niya yung aming bagong pamimigay sa inyo. So tell your friends about it, and we're gonna see you 2 weeks from now. Yeah? Andy, Miles, good night, and thank you so much for those who join us tonight. Maraming salamat. We'll see you again on the next Purple Sector. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Down to the season, braking zone, 5 lights, ahead of the drivers, lights out, it's Lewis. And Lance Stroll's car.